On the choice, we're going to mandate you get it on. Thanks for tuning in. Becky Robinson, comedian, actress, is in studio. Good to meet you, Becky.
Good to meet you. How are we?
I'm hurried this morning, but I'm here.
Buzzing all over town.
Yeah, busy, running around.
Yeah, I did Jeff Lewis this morning, and I bit into a bagel, and I had a temporary crown. Completely cracked off. It's currently in my pocket.
Really? Jeff Lewis, realtor guy?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's funny. He talks a lot of shit,
He
which
does.
I like.
Gay guys are pretty much black belts at talking shit.
They are, yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
For sure.
Like, let's see if we can do a power ranking of shit talkers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's at the top?
Well, let's mix it up.
Okay.
Guys from Boston
Oh,
are like almost number one shit talker.
for sure, almost number one.
Like if
And
you're
I think the accent also adds a lot.
if you're gay and you're from the Boston area,
It's over for you.
it's over. You're done. You're not going to compete.
Yeah, go home.
I think blacks are good shit talkers.
Yeah.
Mexicans not as good at this shit talking. I'm trying to break it down. Women, maybe female.
They're good, but they do it maybe behind closed doors.
Are lesbians as good as shit talkers as gays?
Perhaps a little fiercer. I don't know about as good.
Yeah, I don't think they're skilled.
But I think they'll go for the jugular. You know, they'll say what actually really hurts.
Yeah, they cut deeper.
Yeah, because they have some
They're
intel.
not as eloquent. All right, so I got gays, folks from Boston, black, Jews, but I feel like they're looking over their shoulder too much, you know. But in the right circumstance, good
Yeah.
shit talkers. Asian,
Well, I don't know about that. I've heard the new AirPods can translate in real time, and I'm curious. You know, rolling into the nail salon, how much shit is actually being taught.
that's a good
There's
point.
a lot of smiling going on, but what are we saying?
What are they really saying?
They're talking a lot.
White bitch. Yeah.
Dumb bitch. Yeah. Corns on her toes.
Yeah. Is that a thing? So they have new AirPods that'll translate?
That's what I heard.
Because the nail business in the greater Los Angeles area and many other parts of the country it's going to take a hit.
Definitely.
There's going to be lawsuits. They're going to you know what they're going to have to do with those nail salon women? First off, it's unclear what language they speak. It's not Japanese. It's something.
Yeah.
So I don't know how deep those ear pods go in terms of how much Cantonese from what village.
Yeah,
you
and
know what I
do
mean?
you
Like,
have to select the language in order for it to translate?
or maybe there's just a nail salon setting.
There's got to be.
If they're smart, they just have nail salon, SoCal nail salon. But
SoCal.
I've been to a few of those.
Yeah.
And I can tell you there has to be tons of shit talking.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is with the advent of these new AirPods that do the transition or do the foreign translation, there's going to have to be a seminar for the nail salon women like they do with the rookies entering the NFL, where the guy shows up and goes, look, you got a target on your back.
We've got a situation here.
Chick's going to try to get pregnant. They're going to try to take your money. You're going to have uncles coming out of the woodwork when you invest in a froyo thing. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to show up and go, look, I know you bitch have been talking shit about white chicks for 25 years. It ends today.
It ends now.
There is a technology, and you will get busted.
They are also, I feel like whenever I go to the nail salon, a lot of AirPods are in.
Apple introduced live translation to AirPods Pro 3, AirPods Pro 2, and Pro 4, allowing them to translate in-person conversations in real time.
I've got an appointment today at the salon.
Really?
My gal Tina, yeah. And we're close. We've golfed together.
You thought you were close.
And yeah, I'm curious if she actually maybe hates me deep down. Almost, I don't know.
Is anything sacred anymore? Because the the advantage to a second language is speaking openly in front of someone who doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's the whole point.
It's really the whole point. It's all there is.
It's all we have, yeah.
And I remember like being sort of enamored with it. My grandfather, not my biological grandfather, but my grandfather spoke Hungarian. He was from Hungary. And his sister, his nephew spoke Hungarian too. And I could remember around Christmas time when I was like 8, they would speak openly in front of us about, the gift or what they got us or whatever it is. And they were sitting there at the table and they knew it. And it was kind of fun. Like, oh, you are talking openly about what the Christmas gift is or where you hid it or how much you spent on it or what a surprise it's going to be while we're sitting here, but we can't understand a fucking word you're saying and you know it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your prerogative.
It's almost like you have an invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
For the Harry Potter heads out there. You
know?
And
it's really like saying, yeah, here's the perk of a second language.
Yeah.
But now that's all gone because of Apple.
Yeah.
So you're going to get in there. I don't know what they're going to call you, but they're going to talk shit.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, probably, yeah, obnoxious, ugly.
Keep going.
Fat.
No, I mean, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. There's going to be lawsuits.
I brought my dog in last time, so maybe they'll be like, but you know what? I went on a fishing trip to Alaska this summer, and I just brought them a bunch of fresh halibut and salmon. So if they're talking shit, I'm going to have some things to say.
You brought the nail salon ladies.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it'd be like, fat bitch with her fake fish and her stupid dog. I wish she'd made chum out of that fucking dog and pulled up some halibut, but that shit fucking thing with the dander. I don't even know if they have that.
Golden doodle.
They probably don't have the word dander where they're from. That's our word. That's too big a word for them.
That's a Caucasian head problem.
That's a first world problem. Dander. They probably. I bet if you say to them, we got hair and we got dog. We don't got dander. That's.
There's a couple slang terms that aren't going to make it.
It's too highfalutin. Yeah. You may feel like your earbud just starts buzzing, like tilt. Like I don't know what that is.
It explodes.
They're going to have their own vernacular, sort of shit talker that they call blondes or something that the computer's not going to understand.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going in for the hair. Going in for the nail.
Yeah.
You do the foot and the hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's always both, right?
Depends how disheveled one's gotten. I'm a little back and forth because sometimes they want to shave off all the calluses.
Yeah.
With the Parmesan shredder.
You
ever
earn
had that?
those. Yeah.
That's what over the summer I'm like, don't touch them, and they're like, really? They're so gruesome, and I'm like, I need my outdoor feet.
You need your flip-flop golfing feet, right?
Exactly.
You're walking.
Yeah, walking on rocks, wading into water.
I'm trying to think if I want those ear pods or not, those buds that translate. I don't like. I think ignorance is bliss.
I do too. I definitely wouldn't want them all the time.
Yeah. So,
but maybe if there's a hot guy I'm speaking with, there's a big language barrier. Turn them on. That's also kind of fun.
There's no guys at the salon though. I've never seen that.
Usually, if they're there, they're the owner.
Ah, interesting. Mm-hmm. So we'll get the cuticle push, we'll get the petty, we'll get the mani.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit weird to have these poor Asian women work on my feet. I feel like there's a class issue. I'm not comfortable with it.
But how many do you go often?
No. I'm always happy I did when I do.
Yeah. I don't enjoy it.
You don't?
No.
Ticklish?
Any general like upkeep on this, hair electrolysis. But then you're like, yeah, I needed it.
But as a woman, it just sort of baked in, right?
You gotta. Yeah. Especially when you're a celebrity.
Oh, yeah. You're being recognized.
Yeah.
People want and they expect.
They expect a nice nail with a good buff.
Yeah. But even as a comedian, because male comedians, they can just be
Foul.
Artie Lang or whatever.
Food all over them.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
As a woman, you're a woman first and a comedian second.
Yeah.
By the way, the special, I should tell people, it's available now. And you can go to the website, go to Becky Robinson.
Right.
How did that play itself out?
So I started doing stand-up when I was 21 in San Diego at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Well, right before I was 21 because I had to wait in the alley to go on. Mm-hmm. And then, I was just doing stand-up, but every time I, leaned into character stuff, it seemed like good things would happen. Mm-hmm. Just for Laughs in Montreal, I auditioned for stand-up a couple times, and then I went to characters and got it. And anytime I had wigs, it just seemed like, I don't know, it was hitting harder, and maybe I could be more honest that way. But pandemic hit, and my sister was like, you should come home. Mom and dad are high risk, and why not? You're not doing anything else. So I was actually, Tim Dillon was living with me at the time.
Really?
In West Hollywood, yeah. Right down the street from the Comedy Store.
So we talking 5 years ago, or?
This was 2018.
Oh, well, this is pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. It was like we were together living in the same place when it was hitting, and we were like, do we cancel shows? What do we do?
Oh, but the part where your sister said you should come home, that was during COVID, right? Or
it was at the very beginning. I'd say Q1 COVID.
Okay. And you're living with Tim.
Yes.
As roommates.
Oh, yes.
But not as lovers.
Sometimes. Depends.
Could you go? I mean, you both have some flexibility there. I mean,
I don't know if Tim has flexibility there.
He's just gay.
I think so.
Right. But you have a little sexual flexibility, right?
I got flexible during the pandemic, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I dated a woman for 3 years, but then I did a hard gear shift back to men. But yeah, pandemic hit. I packed up all my wigs just in case a mentee bee was en route. Went up to Portland, and I was helping my sister because she's an ER nurse for a while. And then I just kind of I don't know. I was drinking a ton. I mean, a lot of people were, but I started doing something called the morning Merlot.
How's that schedule work?
Not safe, Teeth were brown by noon.
Glass of wine in the morning.
I was probably drinking it straight out of the bottle.
No.
Probably.
And the thing about drinking is it's pretty easy to do once you start.
I'd say so.
And if you don't have any reason not to, it sort of seems like you'd be a fool to be sober.
Yeah.
Especially during COVID.
Yeah.
But then stuff like airports and long flights and
delays.
And
I'm stuck in the ether.
Right. So
I think I also I saw her leaving every morning at 5 a.m. with so much purpose. She's saving lives, and I'm like,
your
I'm not
sister.
doing jack shit. I've got no purpose.
Quite a chasm in sisters between stand-up comedian and nurse.
We both try to help people.
In terms of necessary functions in our society. So, well, what was it like living with Tim Dillon? I don't know him well. I know him a bit.
It was constant. I mean, I would say, I couldn't know. Okay, run it back. I wouldn't say he's on all the time, but he's just was funny all the time. The second he came out of the hibernation of his bedroom, he had a little pair of my red cloth shorts that he adopted, and he wore those for months. I don't know why. I think maybe they made him feel sexual. And it was just nice having him. I don't know. He kept calling my sister being like, what's going on with this? We're going to have to cancel shows? What's this looking like, Sarah?
As a nurse, give us the 411.
Yeah, what's this going to do for my income?
Right.
And, very, very good to eat with, Tim.
Oh, yeah?
I like to overorder, and so does he, I think, so.
I could see him being good to eat with. So
not the cleanliest. No surprise there.
No.
No, a lot of debris left in the place. A lot of old Craig's leftovers.
Yeah.
But he made me laugh nonstop, so that was great. But I got out of there. I got out of there.
You went to your folks' place.
Held my sister for a while and then kind of spiraled down into a deep, dark depression. And I just got my first lead role voicing a gender-neutral rainbow cloud on Nickelodeon. And the whole purpose of the character was to be like the rainbow after the storm.
I was wondering who beat me out for that role.
I know, you were up for it. You didn't sound enough like
so close. Okay, but
You're
anyway.
too male heavy. I'm more fall on the gender neutral in terms of vocals.
Yeah, I could buy that. I'm closing my eyes now. See you as a rainbow
Hey guys,
cloud.
how's everybody feeling? The character was always like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I
But I
kept
was
going, I'm a gay cumulus cloud. And they were like, yeah, okay, we got
They
it.
were like, it's PG, it's for the kids, could you not? So I started voicing that, and like, you know, that brought some joy, but I was like so sad also just not having and not being able to do stand-up for so long. And my sister was like, I have like real patience to take care of. I can't take care of you too, because I was like really spiraling. So she was like, go over to mom and dad's. So then I go over to the cul-de-sac that I grew up in Tigard, Oregon. And my parents
Now,
were,
where is that? How far from?
it's like 20 minutes outside of Portland. It's right
Okay.
next to Beaverton, which people know like
Sounds
Nike.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good forests.
What'd your folks do,
lot of, like-
or what do they do?
A lot of California pizza kitchen. My dad sold hose,
Hose.
the kind that
So he
squirt.
turned out hose? You mean like Snoop Dogg?
Hose and fittings.
Oh, fittings and hoses.
He did like industrial distribution of hose.
Oh, I could probably talk to him a while
I bet you
about
could.
that, because I do like hose. Like hydraulic hoses.
Oh,
and
yes.
And different fittings, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I could talk to him about
I
that.
never wanted to get into it with him because, you know, he'd just start talking about the
Right.
sizes of the fittings and the nuts and all that
But
stuff.
your dad made an okay living,
Yeah.
and your mom?
My mom was a dental hygienist, and then after I was the third kid, she stopped working. So,
All right. And you're on a cul-de-sac.
I'm in the cul-de-sac, but the biggest thing was like I went from being with my sister in the trenches, being like, "This is hell! Like we're dying, we have no PPE," to like going home and my parents being like, "This is the best time of our fucking lives."
Right.
My dad's golfing every day, and he was like, "Instead of a mask, I'm gonna wear a golf glove on both hands." And my mom had like just barely gotten out of the weeds with breast cancer and a brain tumor, so she's like, I need to live right now. I don't want to be inside. I want to go to the Thirsty Lion with the girls and have a White Claw. And I just sat there and I was like, you guys are out of your damn minds. And I don't know, I must have gone a little crazy, but I like put on this little wig I had never worn before, and I went in their closet and I found a skirt and a polo and a visor and my dad's Oakleys, and I just started like improvising for like 5 hours. I was
That's
like,
where the character came from.
yeah, and it was the first time I laughed in probably months.
And you'd film it and put it up.
I started filming it because I'm a narcissist.
And it got a lot of traction, right?
Yeah, I was nervous to put it up, and then I took an edible and had a glass of Sauvy B, and I was like, whatever.
Entitled Housewife. That's
The
name of
Entitled
character.
Housewife, yeah. So I released the first one, and then like, yeah, all these celebrities started DMing me. Chris Pratt DM'd me and was like, if you're making a movie with this character, I have to play the husband.
Really?
Yes.
That's so cool.
I know. I was like, you can audition, sweetie.
Wow. Yeah, get in
We're
line.
looking for more of a Gosling type.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was really cool, and I was so excited to like show my parents because it was inspired by them, and you know, they didn't love the fact that I was doing stand up for a long time. The first
Yeah.
TV show I ever did was Wild and Out, and they're like, "What the hell?
Right.
You gonna be a battle rapper?"
Right.
So you know, they're
From a cul-de-sac.
from a cul-de-sac. So you know, they saw the first video and they were like, "It's it's a little close to home, Bex." And they didn't like it. They actually didn't like it because I used my dad's real country club name in it. And they were like, your father's going to get kicked out of his club for this vulgarity.
Real country club name? Mm-hmm. Is that different than his real name?
Well, his name's Steve-O. But the country club is the Tualatin Country Club.
Oh, you used the name. Oh, sorry. Used your dad's country club name. I thought you meant he had a name at the country club.
No.
No, the name of the country club.
The name of the country club, yeah.
Right, that's what I got. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think
Sugar
you
McGavin.
said it right, but there's still ways to interpret it.
Yeah.
So he didn't like outing him at the country club because that could get you in hot water over there.
Yeah, not at first. They're always kind of scared of like, I don't know, vulgarity. But then also my parents have a short fuse, so I would see them kind of like, they would be really like kind, and then all of a sudden shit would hit the fan, and they'd be like, God damn it, can you not? Like just screaming. So
Yeah.
that was a big part of the character, going from like 0 to 100, smoke coming out of the ears.
What's
and
your favorite one? The one you think is like most indicative of the character
favorite one?
episode?
Oh, episode? Probably the first, because that was when like I created the whole world that day. It was probably a manic episode, but I created the husband, the kids, the friend group, all while like driving around in my dad's Tahoe, filming myself with a White Claws in the center console.
Well, maybe we should look at that one, just in case anyone listening hasn't seen it or heard it. We get a good if you think that's the best representation of the character. And yeah, the first one, it's like the pilot of a sitcom. You got to lay out who's your wife and who's your kids and that kind of where you live and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it all came together, and I was like, the 12 pickle nickels with the aioli, and everything was just like, I was improvising. It was for the first time, it's like when you think of a joke for the first time and you're so excited and you're like really into it and you tell it with a lot of character and enthusiasm. It was like that. And I was also laughing really hard, so I was believing in it, which, I've done a lot of characters and ran them into the ground and been like, I don't like this anymore. And so that one was like, I finally felt like I wanted to do characters again because of that.
And who was filming it? Did you get someone to film it?
I filmed it, the first one, on my own, like selfie style. But she's always, like, the AirPods are always in. So she's, like, on the phone and then not and then yelling. And there's always someone just off camera.
Cue that one up. Andrew's taking a second to find that. But let's...
It was probably June.
June?
On the Entitled Housewife Instagram, it's probably the first one.
And that was during COVID. And living with mom and dad.
Yeah.
Any trepidation about showing them? Like my mom and dad, I wouldn't show them stuff because I knew they'd be like, nah, I don't get it. I don't know what it is, or we don't have cable or something.
Yeah.
It became not worth it.
Totally.
At a certain point. But I had friends that were that. It's just like, I just knew there were just people in my orbit who were most everyone who I just would never say anything to or show them anything because it'd always be met with it'd be like confusion meets a kind of a, whatever the reaction was, it wouldn't be the one you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. And I thought maybe since it was inspired by them. But then it's also, you got to remember, like, it's COVID, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot to, like, talk about when you're together for so long. So this thing started, like, blowing up, and I was like, let's show them, because I'm, like, around the house on the phone talking about it. And
right. No, that makes sense. If it's out there and it's going to get to them at some point.
Yeah, and a lot of their friends were sending it to them.
Yeah, like you get to them before it gets to them, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is this difficult to find? Because I feel like it should be.
I'm scrolling down to June of 2020. Hold on.
All right.
I wonder if I have it pinned.
Maybe have it pinned.
Pinned on my tiki-talkie.
What is that? Does it have a title, the first one?
I do have it. Do you have TikTok?
I don't think we do. Or maybe not there.
I'm told no.
Well, we'll keep talking, and they'll find it. But it'll be the first release.
Yeah, it was the very first one.
And should we put a title in?
The Birth of Entitled.
If we were looking to look it up.
Oh.
What I'm saying is I'm trying to help these guys find it.
You know what? It's also on YouTube. And I think it's like Entitled Housewife will not be homeschooling her kids.
That would be the title.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll help them.
My YouTube is the Becky channel.
That'll be good. And so your sister's into nursing.
Yeah.
Very pragmatic kind of job. Do you have a brother?
Yeah.
What's he do?
Mike.
Mike?
Shout out Mike.
What's Mike
do? Mike kind of works in hydraulics as well. He does like marketing.
So he followed Dad down the hose path.
Yeah. He like wanted to be just like my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Hydraulic hoses. Listen,
you're
talking to one of the few comedians who bought a few hydraulic hoses and had them made in the last month.
Oh,
like
shit.
That lift in the back is hydraulic, and the two hoses gave way, and I went and had hydraulic hoses made and went and put them on. But Tim Dillon is not going to be able to say the same thing. Yeah, it's funny, but it's got to kind of strike a chord too, in order to sort of get passed around. Like funny's good. That's the first part, but then people have to kind of go, oh, yeah, right, yeah. Oh, I know that, or I've seen it, or I get that.
Yeah.
Or I know somebody's that way. Mm-hmm. Now, did your mom think you were playing her?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so that's...
Because that's kind of the tone they would yell in at the house.
Really?
And it was like, sometimes talking about ridiculous thing like tater tots. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, this is so absurd.
But they would get animated about it.
Yes.
That's interesting.
This is beyond. And they just kind of go in a mouse wheel. And what was the question?
loud family. Well, I was saying your mom might
yeah.
take some umbrage to it because she feels like that was her that you're portraying.
Yeah, a little bit.
My family was quiet, super quiet. They never raised their voice.
Mine only do when like shit hits the fan. I think, I was kind of an accident. Mm-hmm. And I always feel like I added a lot of pressure. And I think that's why I started doing comedy, because I was like, if I can make these people laugh, then maybe they're perhaps.
Which is like the best. I mean, in terms of the antithesis of going into comedy, I mean, the most practical, consistent. Also, there's a moral aspect to it where you could be proud to tell your friends, wow, that's great, giving back and all that. Then your brother goes into the hydraulic hose business, but that's just following your dad's footsteps.
Yeah.
And then you go into comedy, which is a huge black sheep kind of hard turn from whatever they were up to, So you already got your back against the wall there with your folks.
Big time.
And then
we had a lot
of
tough years, but now they're so proud now, and they love it so much.
They love it.
They love it. And my dad's gotten a lot of golf perks out of it. But like even after his friends at the country club were like, "Are you Steve? You're famous." And he would call me and be like, "Can I get some Entitled merch?" They're like, "You know what? You didn't believe in me then."
So your parents are sort of fair weather fans.
Yes, definitely.
And what did they think you were what did you think you were gonna do, like when you were, 10 years ago? Was it always comedy, or did you think you were going to be doing something else?
No, there's actually a video at the beginning of my special that my parents found when I was 6 years old, and I'm bouncing a ball, and I lay out my whole life plan, and I say, first I'm going to be a gymnast, then I'm going to be a comedian, and an actress while I'm a comedian, a funny actress, and then when I get very old and bored of that, like 30, I'm going to do hair and have a farm.
Oh, really?
I thought 30 was the end of it.
Yeah. But you said comedian.
I always, from a very young age, had like a plan for my life. I was like, I'm going to live in LA, I'm going to like act and do comedy in some form.
And I think people chalk too much up to nurture. They go, well, did your parents encourage you? And it's like, you got your brother and you got your sister.
I was
you
kinda hid
just
it
who
from
you
them.
were. I mean, but that's who you were.
Yes.
You were funny. You were attracted to it. You gravitated toward it, and that's who you were. Mm-hmm. And we don't need to try to figure out what influenced you or what was in the water. Your dad was always a struggling performer. They always do this all the time. I tried to dissuade people from going down that path. I was like, you want to do comedy because you want to do comedy. Mm-hmm. Your brother probably didn't want to do hydraulic hoses when he was 6, but here he is. But it's just people want to work with kids, or they want to work with horses, or they're just who they are.
Yeah.
And we should understand that. And by the way, it's a good reason to lock up people that have been arrested 128 times, because that's kind of who they are too.
They love it.
If you think it's a good idea to just like punch somebody who's random on the subway, we need to also realize that's kind of your thing. But that's who you are. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
but
you
you
got a knack
can,
for it.
and that's you. And so we should take you away from the nurses and the hydraulic hose salesmen and the comedians of the world and put you into a place with bars.
Yeah.
Honestly, you won't punch anybody else.
Yeah.
I was messing around with this thing, Andrew. I'm telling you, because it was my Burt Reynolds Newsom thing. And I don't know, I became enamored with this. And I did it on yesterday's show. I think it was on yesterday's show. I can't remember. Andrew will tell me. But I was realizing that Gavin Newsom, our governor, sounds insane when I interview him, when I talk to him. But to other people, he doesn't sound so insane. So then I thought, but if you read the transcript of me interviewing him or other interviews he does, if you just read the transcript, you'd go, this person sounds insane, if you didn't know who it was. So then I thought, well, we should take me talking to Gavin Newsom and replace Gavin Newsom's voice and replace my voice with different voices so we could highlight how insane he sounds.
What kind of voices did you have in mind?
Well, I thought for my voice, it should be a nice NPR type of female voice that would underscore his insanity. And then, for his voice, I was just going to have a dude's voice. I was thinking just a guy. But when we're looking for possibilities on AI, the only celebrity voice that came up with was Burt Reynolds. And I thought, perfect. That's so weird. Well, I'll play mine from yesterday. I'll play the first 30 seconds of mine from yesterday. But I thought, first I was like, only Burt Reynolds, but then I became I enamored with Burt Reynolds' voice. And this is 30 seconds. It's just me interviewing Gavin Newsom in this studio from years ago.
Half of Africa.
With Gavin Newsom, who's like a sociopath, but fine.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I know, I want to get an attractive woman, but I figure my nasally combative drone, it wouldn't be received the same as a nice NPR woman who's attractive but with dark hair. Sorry,
Yeah, that's okay.
So I realized I sort of enjoyed this, and I realized there's like a 55-second, another insane conversation he had years ago that was on the radio that I always refer to, which is Kara Swisher, who is friendly to him, was asking him why everyone's leaving California, which is, as hard a hitting question as she's going to ask. And then what answer would he provide? But I thought Kara Swisher could also be played by my NPR chick, and Gavin Newsom, once again, could be played by Burt Reynolds. And this is from about 4 or 5 years ago. Gavin Newsom as Burt Reynolds, people leaving California.
Moved to Utah, got rich.
I know a guy.
Maybe they'll come back.
They moved. They're in Salt Lake, and they're enjoying themselves. That's your argument for why are people leaving California?
Here's a tall tale.
Well, you're just telling a tale of somebody leaving.
Yeah.
That's
great.
a weird counterpoint to make when someone is asking you. Also,
all those responses were pretty.
He goes, Jerry Brown said this, and then she goes, you agree with that? And he goes, no, but he makes a great point, which is weird. Like, is he making a great point, or are you agreeing with it? But anyway, he's a sociopath, and he doesn't make any sense, and he doesn't track. But as long as you do it through the voice of Burt Reynolds, I think you'll understand more who that guy is.
I like the voice of Burt.
I like the voice of Burt, too. It was originally the only one we had to choose from, so I was a little worried. But now I've grown accustomed.
Yeah, it really works.
To the voice of Burt now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a Calabasas person, right?
Yes.
You and the Kardashians, right?
Oh, yeah, me and Kris Jenner.
How do you get... Man, you got a little bit of a drive to
everywhere.
To everywhere. Yeah. Are there any... There's no comedy clubs in Calabasas, is there?
No, just my living room.
Somebody should.
Somebody should.
Should, right? I mean, there's enough folks, high-end earners out there who want some comedy or don't want to drive into the comedy store and get rolled, right?
Yeah. There is a music performance. There's a couple like music venues that do comedy sometimes.
Yes.
But they're not, comedy clubs.
Yeah. Huh. So, and for you... Now, are you keeping in touch with Tim?
Yeah.
That's good? Yeah. I like Tim. I don't know him that well, but I have an affection for him.
I do too. I love Tim. I think he's so funny. And when I first created Entitled, he was like, this is just genius. And yeah, I think he's great. We have similar taste in things, Mm-hmm. We both love the Polo Bar in New York.
Mm-hmm. Similar taste in comedy or just like women, men, cars? I'm trying to think. Food?
Material things and food.
Material things. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you end up roommates with Tim Dillon?
He just wanted a place in LA, and I had a 3-bedroom apartment right off Sunset, and I had roommates for years, but then I was able to live alone there, and he wanted to be close to the Comedy Store, and built one of the rooms into his podcast studio. And so, yeah, I just moved in, and I was the only one on the lease, and I don't think he didn't want to go anywhere that was like, I don't know, where they check you.
Yeah, I've had a lot of... How many roommates would you say you've had in your life?
20.
20.
maybe 15. From the college dorms to,
Oh, yeah, you got to count college.
yeah.
I never went to college, but I've had probably 15 roommates too. And roommates can be horror stories, but you can have some fun too.
Oh, certainly.
Like I've definitely had a lot of horror stories and shit roommates, but I've definitely had that roommate where it's like a Sunday night and I just went like, I want barbecue.
Yes.
And they went, I want barbecue too. And I went, why don't we buy a hibachi and do a barbecue? And they go, okay. And it's like all of a sudden it's fun.
It's they're right there. You know,
They're
they don't
right
have to
there.
come over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have to explain to you, I got to be at work tomorrow. They're just there.
Yeah, we're
They're
going to
already,
wake up, we're going to see each other.
already there.
Yeah.
It's already fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also had a lot of roommates that have played integral roles in like the development of my career. Like
Really?
a lot of support, and like a couple of them are like on my payroll
Oh, really?
to this day. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Really?
nice. Give me a nightmare roommate story.
Oh God, we had this one in college named Chrissy. Chrissy. That's how she talked. And she had this little teeny convertible, and she would always drive to Outback Steakhouse and come home with these massive bags. And she was like pretty docile most of the time, but then like the weekend would roll around, and she would roll out of the house. And it was in San Diego. We had a house with a pool. You could jump off the roof into the pool.
Nice.
And none of us were, maybe one of the girls in the house was in a sorority, but she would go to these like frat parties and come home with like the craziest shit. One time she came home head to toe covered in mud in a G-string and like fell into the pool. She had locked herself out of her own room, so she kicked down her own door.
Wow.
And like,
She had a lock on her room inside the apartment.
Yes.
And kicked in her own door.
Yeah,
She
'cause-
liked to drink this one, right?
she sure did. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
And it was always something. It was always like, what state is she going to come home in?
Right.
We were all pretty wild, but it was
Yeah.
like next level.
yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
But that's drinking, fun, crazy, wild, devil may care
Yeah.
roommate.
It was all pretty manageable. We were all like pretty good pals in the house, and then she was kind of the rogue one. My college dorm roommate was sweet, but she was like, I'm so outgoing. I'm like the most extroverted
You are.
ever. And she never left the room. She just was really into like a couple things, and I always like invited her places, but she like never left. And there was one time my sister came to stay with us, and we went out for sushi, and she was sleeping in my bed throwing up pure shrimp rolls. And that was the only time she ever texted me. She went, I think your sister might be dying. I think she ended up like dropping out of college.
The roommates that never leave, that can be tough.
Yeah.
Had that. Had the roommates who move in. I've had the roommates where their girlfriend kind of moves in with
yeah.
them.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
never officially declared. It's just every fucking day you walk into the kitchen, there's some chick standing there in your bathrobe or something. You're like, who are you? I'm Cortland's. But they don't leave. Like they're there. Like you
You think
come,
they're on the lease.
you come home that night, they're in the living room watching a movie. There's a thing of lasagna plates and everywhere. Like, we made lasagna. Like, yeah, I got you as a roommate, not you and the second person living here. Like, it's weird because, like, yeah, they can sleep over here and there, but they're kind of moving in, but not really paying rent, but you're paying rent. So their thing is sort of like, well, I'm paying. Yeah, but their car's in the driveway. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
They got to be bringing a lot to the table if they're hanging on that much.
Yeah, and they don't.
They haven't in your experience.
I've had roommates that brought the chicks home, you know.
Yeah.
I hit my saturation point with some of these bitches at a certain point because I had a roommate
What does that mean?
he brought home a lot of different women a lot of different times, and they would get high and flop out in the living room, and it was just they were just there
Yeah.
all the time. And I just adopted a thing. And at a certain point, I stopped being nice. I just said,
To the both of them or just the girls?
I woke a girl up who was passed out in my living room on the carpet, just in the, like, because I'd come out in the morning and have to step over people that were flopped out from a good night of sex and drinking, the night before. And I just had a new policy where I would take my foot and I'd put it on their rear end and I'd shake them a little. Jostle it, And then I would go, you clean or leave. You can clean and stay or you can leave, but you can't just hang.
Flop.
For that. And then I had like the roommate who went to Hawaii, met some chicks, and did the next time you're in LA. 3 weeks later, a couple bitches walking in from Hawaii. They don't have
luggage.
Yeah, they don't have a hotel or anything. They're just, hey, you said next time, boom.
You never got anything out of it?
I had
Was he never like, hey, there's a couple of them. You take Susie, I'll be with Steph.
Those were their names. Once I had a roommate who was getting with a girl in the living room on the fold-out sofa. She was a little bit of the town floozy, and
why is everyone banging in your living room?
We had a 1-bedroom.
Okay.
And we had like 3 dudes.
Okay.
So I didn't have Tim Dillon in a podcast studio, okay? We had a futon in a bedroom. And it was like Saturday night. It was kind of late. And he was just kind of getting started with her. But she was kind of the town floozy, So I just like wandered out into the living room and sat down on the bed it's a fold-out sofa, like with them, and started like rubbing on her a little myself, which she didn't have a problem with, but he gave me a look like, what's going on? We didn't plan on this, and I was like, hey man, I'm here,
And he allowed it?
Well, what happened is about 5 minutes into this, at 1 a.m. on a Saturday, like bang, 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 drunken chick knock on the apartment door, which was the other town floozy wanting to know where my roommate was who got laid a lot. And it was the big Lothario guy, and she was like, where's Chris? And it's like, he's not here. And we had to stop what we were doing because we were in the living room on a fold-out sofa.
Yeah, you're putting on a full performance.
Yeah, and she was like, well, what am I going to do? And I was like,
I'm here.
Why don't I'll just leave this. And then my roommate, of course, was going, yeah, why don't you get going with Angela? And I was like, yeah, all right. So then I got together and we just got in her Jeep and left. So it turned out okay. Yeah.
That's great. He tossed you something.
He didn't intentionally do it.
Yeah,
I kind of came in and helped myself.
Now, do you keep in touch with this guy?
Yeah. I mean, it was no harm, no foul. It was like a roommate, dude, valley, roommate,
Yeah.
Best time ever. I said, tell everyone, like, what's the best time in this country's history? And I was like, pre-AIDS, mid-Coke. Everyone did Coke. Wasn't bad for you. AIDS didn't exist.
Everyone was dancing.
People had fucking fun.
Yeah.
They did a couple rails and they got it on, man. And there was no problem with that because there was no AIDS.
Yeah.
And Coke wasn't bad for you. It was a simpler time, is what I'm saying.
It was pure at that time.
Pure.
Yeah.
That's right.
The golden ages.
Well, let me give you some plugs, Becky. Entitled, the name of the special. We got that. Also, I know you got a golf tournament coming up, a big golf tournament coming up. I want to plug that. Where is it? When is it?
The Tulum Entitled Classic is kicking off November 6th at PGA Riviera Maya in the Conrad Hotel.
Riviera?
PGA Riviera Maya.
What is that?
This PGA course is allowing us to take over for 3 days.
Wow.
I've hired male strippers.
Great.
36 of them.
36?
Yeah. We got over 100 women coming, so I want to, please them.
Yeah.
I went down there.
Golfers, do they like men strippers? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
A good amount of them.
I'm doing a little Dinah Shore classic math, but go ahead.
We'll have a little something for everyone.
Uh-huh.
So the male Chippendales are going to be the drink cart drivers and all that stuff. And we do have a few spots left open. So if there are any girls out there or your husbands or guys that want to come.
Do we go where to find info?
You go to entitledhousewife.com.
And we can also find tour dates there?
Yeah, all my tour dates. You can find the special there and my social channels and all sorts of
Well, thanks, Becky. This has been fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. We'll take a quick break, come back with Mayhem, and do the news right after this.
Check Adam's voicemail.
Aceman, Brandon in St. Louis. Gonna see where this puts me on the sandwich ranking here. Mom would get all the good stuff, the roast beef, the hoagie rolls, the pepper jack cheese, the good mayo, everything that makes a great sandwich, and then tell me to make it myself. Just wondering where that ranks on your scale. Is that a 2 or a 12? Peace out, brother.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
That's a 7.5. I mean, she got all the good fixins for a sandwich. There's a certain part of the sandwich making that is personal. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's mayo, but there's how much mayo. There's mustard, but there's how much mustard. There's pickles, but how many pickles. Like, there is
a dollop or a sprinkle of love.
That's right. And so one has to decide that. And also, it's a practical skill for a young male to learn his sandwich.
Well, you're looking at a sandwich artist right here, Subway, class of 98.
You worked there.
Was a sandwich artist. I knew how to cut the U-gouge. I knew how to, communicate.
U-gouge,
Yeah. There's the old style.
But there's also a foreplay to it that people really cannot. Listen, you sit on the sofa and you're like, Mom, where's the sandwich? But you've eliminated the foreplay. When I used to live in La Crescenta, there was an Armenian market up on Foothill, just a little Armenian place. And I would go there and I'd buy beefsteak, tomato, and I'd go to like the deli part and I'd get the provolone and I'd get the smoked turkey, and it was all like foreplay.
Yeah.
Get the rolls, I'd go home, I'd cut a big wheel of like the beefsteak tomato and start soaking it in olive oil and vinegar, pepper and salt while I was making the sandwich. And it was like by the time I bit into that sandwich,
the ritual is complete.
It was orgasm time. Yeah, there's an element of that. But all right, if your mom went and got all the good stuff,
top quality,
you're at least a 7.5. My dad would get the deviled meat spread, whatever it was called, Armor meat spread. It was like, God knows. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it was below Spam and below bologna. It's
made out of real armadillos, though.
Yeah, like weird mystery meat, potted meat, they called it.
We were poor, and my mom would never have that in the house. Never.
Okay.
Yo, I got hit with the Spam on the regular.
I want to say
we do
this.
Spam all the time.
Oh, okay,
I had Spam 2 days ago.
So I want to say, but here's what I want to say, because now it's timely with all the SNAP stuff and all that kind of stuff. This thing where it's like, these people are poor. First off, they're fat. So I don't know where the nutrition or malnutrition or whatever. The average person on SNAP is giving away 50 pounds to the average person. It's not. But also, just because you're poor doesn't mean you need to eat like shit. I was always poor, but always when I was out on my own. I was poor, but I was like, I'm still going to the Armenian market. I'm still going to get the shit that's good. I'm still going to get the shit that's nutritious. And you know what? I'm going to make 9 sandwiches out of this. It's not going to cost that much. You don't have to eat like you're poor just because you're poor. You can be creative and be nutritious.
Well,
and
it's not like L.A. County school system led you to believe that certain foods are more nutritious than the other. So I count that as a win for Newsom.
They serve square pizza at my school. It wasn't even the right shape.
Oh, but on everybody's school. Yeah. It's square. It's made of some type of plastic and has red on it.
Like the hot dogs were like gray.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Gane, there's a new rivalry brewing.
Who won that fight? I didn't even find out.
No one.
No one?
No.
You watched it?
No contest. A poke in the eye. Sorry to report.
Round one?
Round one, just getting going. Cyril Gane looked like he was coming alive. Looked like he had corrected his tendency to burn out real quick. And Tom Aspinall never got a takedown, never got going, got poked in the eye about a minute shy of the first stanza ending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, Riley Gaines is responding to AOC's personal attacks and calls out virtue signaling. There was like a little tweet battle going on with the two. You'll see this. Riley Gaines tweeting.
Going to let biological men compete with women, we're going to have to address it. That's all. And it's not something anyone ever wanted, including Riley Gaines. She had this foisted upon her at a later stage of her career, and she got gypped out of a medal. So what would you like her to do, lady who likes ladies, who like fierce, tough women? We have Riley talking to Fox News. And I know they hate Riley Gaines because of her politics. It's not really finish line.
It's going to be a different kind of pool.
Yeah, they'd be like, who won? I don't know. I came about the 50-meter mark. And
Post-nut clarity's setting in. I'm getting a hot dog.
I want to take a nap during my refractory period. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, AOC is nuts. But also AOC, then people need to think about this. She is the spokeswoman for the New World Order of crazy chicks with no facts and an inability to think, who do not focus on facts or numbers or data, who are all feelings-based, coming to the fore and just shouting and crying and creating, and then dumb people voting for them because of how emotionally invested they are.
TikTokified.
With things. Yeah, so it's sad, and we're going to get into trouble if these people are in charge. But they shall be. But then we will get into trouble. Then we'll figure it out. Yeah, Betty Yee. I think Dawson got her name right. Yeah, she was on Pierce Morgan. I mean, she made a fool of her. They make fools of themselves because they don't have the data, they don't have the facts. They just have feelings. And so feelings are great when you're 9 and you're trying to get your way because it kind of works. But later on, it doesn't really work because you're arguing with people that have follow-up questions and data and don't really care about your feelings. And then you end up looking foolish. But there's something where they don't mind themselves looking foolish, which is new.
Yeah, I think that's a byproduct of the internet era.
It is.
You have to, the person with less shame, they win the game.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, what else we got?
Yeah, next up, a bummer. The Dodgers lost the World Series game last night. Man, but Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were booed during it.
That's got to be funny.
That is a small win, I guess, for humanity.
So they were at the game.
Yeah.
All the celebs go to the game.
Yeah.
The Dodgers, I had a weird thing the day before when they went 18. I think they went, did they go 18 innings? They went 18 innings.
Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
How many times, Dawson, you can look it up, did Ohtani get on base in that game? Because they may never.
Chuck's saying 9 right off the top.
9. Yeah, I thought it was 8 or 9. Wow. Who else in history is going to get on base 9 times in a World Series game? Well, and once you narrow it down to World Series, the answer is never.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to go, well, it'd be real tough. You think that would
be a statistic that we heard, 9, ridiculous. Are you looking it up? That's pretty amazing.
Well, it's 9. All right. I had a weird moment where I was getting on my rowing machine. And I tend to watch TMZ when I get on my rowing machine. But the Dodger game was on, and it was like in the 8th inning. And I got on my rowing machine, and I thought, man, I hope there's enough game left so I can do my row and still watch the game without going into...
And you rode your ass to Indochina.
I rode all the way to Thailand. No, I quit after a half an hour. But I was like... I remember sitting on the rowing machine going, well, how long? Let's see, we got the top of the bottom, we got the top of the 8th. Okay, top of the 8th, then the bottom of the 8th. Yeah. Then if the Dodgers score, well, they won't get up. And I was trying to figure out.
Remember the new 2-minute rule, you know what I mean? The box. Yeah.
So it was literally, that was at like 8:15. At 11:15, I was still watching the game, just sitting in my bathrobe. And I was like, my God, this thing is not ended. So I don't think anyone's getting up 9 times in a World Series game. On base, I should say. 9 times. Well, they're not going to get up, but on base, 9 times in a World Series, one game.
He's a rare talent, Ohtani.
These guys go the whole. I mean, there are plenty of people that go a series and don't get on base 9 times, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously he got walked, intentionally walked. And let me say about the intentional walk. They now just tell you you're walked. They don't walk them. They used to have to walk them. 4 balls.
I remember the catcher takes his mask off and stands and plays with his papa.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like all the padding and the gloves and the sliding mittens and the on-base mittens and the protectors and everything.
It's a lot.
So he goes up there full armadillo. Then they go, we're walking you. And he goes, oh, okay. And he starts unstrapping all his stuff and just leaves a pile of equipment on home plate. Yeah. And the bat boy has to go get it.
Little strip tease.
Here's
to
the
get
thing.
First.
Don't put it on if you're going to be walked. Everyone knows you're going to be walked. Don't put the fucking pads on. Just go up there.
Or think about it this way. Get a samurai team, you know what I mean, to take off all that armor real quick and get back to the dugout. That boy, he could be repurposed.
My policy, no pads or whatever pads you put on, you are wearing it the entire time you're on the bases.
That's why I've been wearing my cup to every show.
Ties a record for most on-base record single game, previously held by Stan Hack in 1942. In a World Series game? Because I kept saying...
No, that's just a regular game.
I know. I said World Series 5 times because I said it'll never happen in a World Series game. But it'll never happen in a World Series game, but it did happen. That regular season, yeah, baseball's 120 years old, sure. They go to extra innings. That I figured, but not in a World Series game.
Yeah.
Stan Hack. And also, everybody had nicknames back then, Stan Whitey Hack or Stan Lefty Hack, but this is just Stan Hack. Okay. 83 years, it's happened twice in in terms of regular season, but it's never going to happen again. So
Take that, Hack.
Take that, Hack. All right, what else you got?
Hey, CNN.
Wait,
anchor.
they booed. Is there audio?
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if you guys were going to hit me with that. Maybe them getting booed. I don't really understand why they booed him. Can you explain it to me? Because I get it. Meghan Markle's a princess, but they just rejected the princesshood. Prince Harry seems like a great guy because he was an Apache helicopter pilot. That's pretty bad.
Here's what we don't like. All right, sorry. We'll run it back. But they put him up on the Jumbotron, and here we go.
Oh, you can hear. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's a whole no kings protest.
Here's what we
no princes either.
We hate complainers. And she does this thing where there's a couple things. She does this thing where she goes, when I met him, I didn't know he was a prince. I never knew anything. I just was attracted to the balding ginger
Navy
guy.
SEAL security guards he got rolling around with him everywhere.
Right. So they don't like that. They don't like that. They also don't like when they just do these multi-million-dollar deals like Netflix and Spotify go, we'll give you $50 million, and they haven't earned their way there. What the fuck by the way, what does Prince Harry or Obama know about making fucking documentary films? What the fuck does Michelle Obama know about making films? The answer is nothing. Nothing. But she gets multi-million dollar advances, and people don't like that. Because no kings, remember?
Solid point.
Right.
Solid point.
So, and then and this is why we're learning to hate Michelle Obama, they start complaining about not being seen or racism or the pressure or what it's like when people are fucking struggling and you're living next to Oprah in a fucking vineyard and you won't stop fucking complaining about your life. Fuck right off.
I have a question. I don't know if we know. Did they have a last name? Because he apparently, we're not supposed to call him Prince anymore because he left. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't he be like Harry Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
Or something? They're still going to call him Prince Harry, but I'm curious. These people have last names, right?
He should adapt Prince's symbol.
Nice.
As the prince, who doesn't want to be prince.
Well, I was going Harry Markle.
Yeah, Harry Markle. Anyway, the whole point is rich people, privileged people complaining. And guys, I don't know, you guys tell me. I think guys kind of get that, like, hey, man, you live in a big fucking house. You're super rich. Dude, fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Women will always complain. They'll go, the fuck, I want
parent.
So they put a camera on them, and then the chick starts complaining from Oprah's house, and then everyone turns on her. It's really her that we don't like. I don't think it's him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
It's her. And then he being pee-whipped, I think is the other part. Also, there's a thing, the other thing, she's really covered a lot of bases. Doing the as a black woman thing when you pass is an Italian woman. Like you have olive-colored skin and you have straight long hair. Like nobody sees her as a black woman. And
she looks like J-Lo.
Right, and she does the as a black woman. Yeah. And then she probably looks more Anglo than J-Lo does. But you're trying to play the race card and the woman card and the woe is me card when you're fucking rich and nobody feels sorry for you, and that's where we turn.
I forgot it was that lady. Now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Prince Harry does have a last name. It's David. So his name is Harry David.
Oh, Larry. Harry and Larry David. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I got to shave my Harry Davids.
Mm-hmm.
Don Lemon's in the news being blasted as Two-Face. As he said, conservative commentator Megyn Kelly looks trans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She fooled me. All right.
Me too.
You know.
Listen, I was a pretty meathead, yeah.
No, what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
They mean formerly hot, not anymore?
According to the Urban Dictionary, chopped is the fuggliest, nastiest, most disgusting of them all.
I will say this. Here's what I will say.
Boy, she chopped translates to that girl ugly ass.
Okay, wow. Let's see if we can break this down.
You need an Urban Dictionary for the Urban Dictionary.
I'll give you 2 examples of this. She was in a movie where she was being portrayed by like Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And Charlize Theron is didn't look any better than her.
Yeah,
like in movies, like if you take a look at how movies work.
Yeah.
Like you do Made in America with Tom Cruise. The actual guy who was the pilot who ran. I don't know if Megyn is 53 or 55. I don't know what she is. I don't know who has put together more hot years. Like, she was piping at 17, right? Now she's 53. I don't know. You look it up. I'm not asking for body language, Andrew. Use your computer. Look on your phone. It'll tell you. But the point is she's had pretty much a 40-year uninterrupted streak of hotness.
Yeah, I know.
And by the way, I don't know when the end is coming, but not soon. She's 54. All right, I'm going to go with a 40-year hotness streak and not going anywhere. Still hot.
Now, I think that Don Lemon, from his cloud in the sky as a black man with black don't crack, you know what I mean? He's saying that since she got some plastic surgery, or maybe allegedly, or maybe didn't, that, because trans do the same thing, get plastic surgery, that's what he's pitching at.
I don't, I've been to Thailand, and I've seen it all. And I am telling you that you don't get much better looking than Megyn.
Lady boys?
Than Megyn Kelly.
Oh.
And the trans thing is comical, but it seems a little petty. But also, the host of the show saying ugly is a weird way to go. It's a weird angle. Listen, maybe this is congratulatory. But if you want to attack me, don't go unfunny. Never funny. Fuck guys, fucking not funny. I'm funny. I'm funnier than almost everybody, and including people you think are funny. That's not the angle. Pick other angles with me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's fine. You can find other angles. I'm open to other angles, but don't work the not funny. That's not a good angle because I've made millions of dollars from 30 years being funny. So that's not an angle. And don't pick Megyn Kelly ugly angle, bad angle. Pick unfunny.
Yeah, but this is a clip farm kid. You know what I'm saying? This kid with this